Hi guys, hi, hello, Stannis here. Oh, well, it should go with something like, hi, Stannis here. Community content producer for Guns of Boom, and we're here today with a big developer stream, which is actually more of a community stream for now, but we will have developers later on. And thank you very much for all your congratulations and happy birthdays and everything. We have a lot to talk about today. And we have a special guest from the community team, who I will introduce in a second. We had a lot of feedback from you guys. We asked you for the feedback and you gave it to us, tons of it. And we worked through all of it. We have discussed it with the Guns of Boom team, like really at length. And we have a lot of things to tell you today. So it's all about what's next for Guns of Boom. And we will tell you about how we will communicate with you going forward, and we'll tell you about our plans for Guns of Boom as a project and as a game for the next several months, and we'll answer a ton of your questions, many of your questions. We have some here. We'll ask you in the chat as well. So all of that. So the plans and the feedback and the questions and the special guests, all of it there. I'm sorry, there's so much information in my brain right now. I'm just waiting to share all of it with you. But without further ado, we have been saying that we want to be more transparent with you guys. And we wanted to have you communicate with us in a more straightforward manner. So we will have different members of Guns of Boom team and developers coming in for streams, for videos. Today we have actually our community manager, our lead community manager. It's Anton Fadeev, and let me just introduce him. Say hi.
Hi guys. Okay, hi guys. My name is Anton, and I manage our community team, which includes community and content managers. I'm sure you know most of them if you are active on our social media, like Digrich and Anepa. So basically, I'm in charge of our social media and making sure that your feedback makes it to the Guns of Boom team. And I'm very excited to be here.
Well, thank you, Anton, and he'll tell you a little bit more, about how we'll work with your feedback going forward, in a little bit. Well, right now, just really want to say that it's been a long time since the game has started. It's been 4 years. It's hard to believe. It just flew by, the years are going past us. And there has been a lot of really cool stuff happening in the game during that time. We had the Trejo event. We had the Walking Dead series. We had 4 different New Years, basically 4 different Halloweens, and just so much stuff. Can you remember any of your favorite moments there?
Well, I actually can't remember all of those because I've been with the team for about 3 years. I joined around the first New Year event where there was Odin, Avalanche, and other cool guns. I loved the Trejo Tournament. I also got a chance to meet Trejo, which was awesome. I love basically all of our Halloween events. It's just such a rich theme, and I got my favorite shotgun in the game, Reaper, from there. The Walking Dead was definitely an interesting experience, with all the walkers and the crossbow and stuff. Man, I don't know. Lots of stuff happened in 4 years.
Yeah, I've voiced so many trailers by now. It's
oh yeah.
Sometimes I go back and I try to remember all of them, and it's crazy. I can just go into a rabbit hole watching old event trailers for a long time. But I guess enough nostalgia. I can see a lot of comments in the chat saying that we're brothers. We're not brothers, but we are actually really good friends, even from before working on Guns of Boom. And it's been really quite a pleasure working with Anton for these past years, and with the team, with the Guns of Boom team as well. So,
yeah.
let's go. Well, the other thing we just really wanted to do is we wanted to reinstate the things we said in our announcement. I know many of you guys watched the announcement we made for Guns of Boom Classic, and there has been many changes, and I'd say that during those 4 years have been many changes, but one of the biggest ones was Guns of Boom Classic. Like, just we worked hard on really figuring out what we're going to do next, and that's what we're going to share with you today. Yes, and we meant every word. We meant every word from the announcement. It really just we want the stability in the game. We want each build to really be worthy of your time. We want you to have fun, and we want you to have like at least as much fun as you had before, and that's why we're really going to listen to your feedback, guys. And like with the PDS and with many other things, if you haven't watched the announcement yet, you can go rewatch it. It's on the channel, and just do know we mean every word of that announcement, and you can hold us to it. So yeah, let's go into like different things we wanted. We asked you a lot of questions. Like lately, we asked you a lot of questions. We had a lot of your feedback, and we do have some new ways we will be working with your feedback starting from now. And Anton actually will tell you all about it in a second. I'd say right now, but I want to give him like 3 seconds to collect himself right now.
Thanks for warning. Thanks for the warning, Stannis. Okay, so there are lots of ways we're working with your feedback, and we're gonna implement new ones. The first big one is obviously the PTS, Public Testing Server. You will have a chance to see new game features for yourself there, test them out, and tell us what you think about them directly through the server. We'll tell more about it later. Also, obviously, we still have our social media, right, where we post polls and other posts where we are asking for your opinion. We're gonna continue doing that and passing it to the team. We also started sharing your content, like your awesome videos, on our social media. You can check them out right now if you want to.
Just to clarify, we have been sharing your content before, but we started sharing your feedback, and we want to like really just get the feedback and give it to other players as well, because we know you have many different points of view. And we really want to just really empower the discussion. We really want you to talk more between each other and just to hear each other as well, so that we have like even better, even cooler ideas and feedback in the future.
Yep, that is correct. Thanks, Stannis. And also, we have some more interesting community stuff coming. Like, for example, we are introducing special community cases in the future updates. Basically, it's a reward that contains some rare cosmetics and consumables and battle coins that we'll be giving out for participating in contests and for other cool community achievements. Like,
so that's like the community cases. They're like for they are for community. That's where the community cases like.
Yeah.
Will we get them anywhere aside from contests, or are they like specifically meant only for community?
Well, they're meant for community, and the most obvious ways would be to get them through contests. But like, for example, if you're an active member of the community, made some like amazing content, and we want to appreciate you, we might give you the community cases, for example. That's about it. Well, there are lots of ways we can use those.
Okay,
the main purpose is the community activities.
That's really cool. Yeah. Well, it's in the name. I'm being a bit dumb. I'm sorry. Well, yeah. And what kind of contests can you win them in? Like something like we had before, or maybe something new?
Well, we're constantly coming up with new ones that will interest you. We'll definitely be using some older formats, like, for example, the video contests that was really popular. Like, you guys sent us lots of awesome videos, and it'd be great to do more of that. Some maybe quicker, simpler giveaways, like, we had something on Instagram like answer the question about the game correctly and we'll choose a winner, like that. Art contests, you name it.
Yeah, awesome. That does sound awesome. Like and like, I think that's all on the feedback side of things, right?
Yeah, BTS, social media, sharing your content, and also the community features like community cases.
Okay, now
That's the main points.
Okay, now the other big thing, like, let's go on to the big plans. We know you guys are waiting, like, for the big plans and for us to actually explain what we have there with the big plans. And we have a lot. We have a lot to share. And like for today, we're going to be telling you about things we want to do and we really intend to do, but doesn't mean that we will we won't necessarily do them all in a specific order. We just want to share with you our plans for the next several months. So whether one feature is better before the other, it really depends. We'll really be seeing which is the best to go first and stuff like that. So, but these are our plans for the next several months.
Yeah, this is correct. Well, first of all, I think, I know that we're going to introduce you product public development roadmap, like our plans for the next few months. We're planning to introduce the roadmap somewhere around the end of June, the end of June, the start of July. That will include the approximate times of releasing the features we'll be talking about and what kind of features they are. Like we did something like that when we were having the PV beta, right? So we had like the roadmap for that, but this one will be for the whole product, like more global.
Yes, it's a lot bigger. It's gonna be like it's gonna be a public roadmap. It's gonna include basically all facets of the game. Well, all the ones that are like interesting to you. So not gonna really go.
We just want to be really like we want to be transparent, right, with you, and we want you to be able to see our plans. So that's the main goal of that.
Yeah, that's and that is incredible. And so we'll have it by end of June, start of July, somewhere around that, right?
Yep,
Okay.
This is correct.
Okay, good. Now that's one of the things, and it is an important one because like with the public roadmap, you will have like a lot of things to think about, and there will be a lot of features that you will, I'm sure, be interested in really digging into and sharing your suggestions as well. And you know, the one important thing is like with the new ideas, we can now be like a lot braver in a way, and we could be a lot more bold because we can test them out through the public testing server. And I want to tell you a little bit about the public testing server right now. We're going to have it. We're going to have the public testing server in update 24.1. It should be actually live around next week. But the first public testing server, like the first iteration of the PTS, is going to be open to a smaller group and only on Android. But really quickly after that, like if I'm correct, it should be just no more than a couple of weeks. It's just going to be the next build, maybe like 3 to 4 weeks. We'll have the next iteration of the PTS, and that will be open to a broad audience and both on iOS and Android. On the first PTS server, we will not test a lot of new features, just a couple of them. There'll be animations from the third-person view. And actually, we're going to try and put the camera from higher. Right now, it kind of looks out from the chest, and we'll want to put it in the on the eye level. But this will be a smaller PTS to see how it works and just to really get it going. And then we'll do a big one, and we'll be and then you can help us a lot. Like we'll be really collecting your feedback.
Yeah. So basically, how are we gonna collect your feedback on the public testing server? There's gonna be several ways. First of all, there will be like special questionnaires, forms that you will be able to fill out after you take part in the PTS. You like test out the feature and share your opinion with us. And also you can contact our support team about any technical issues or bugs you encounter during the testing on PTS, which will help us greatly to remove those game, don't worry, we will release an article, an FAQ on our website, which will have some details on how to do that. Also, active participation in testing will be actually rewarded in the main game with some useful in-game items. Can't say which ones yet, but we definitely have it in plans.
Can I add something just a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, like one of the things, like if you might be worried about it, you can have both games at the same time. It will be a separate app that you can use, and they're basically gonna have the regular Guns of Boom and the PTS Guns of Boom at the same time, and just switch between them. Like, so if you want to take part in the testing, you don't have to like get rid of your regular Guns of Boom app and just have all sorts of trouble with it. It's really going to be an easy experience.
Yeah, that's correct. And also, you will have some community spaces on our social media where you can share your experiences about the public testing server. For example, like a Discord channel where you can connect and talk about your experiences. And also, as Stanis already mentioned, the first PTS invites for the limited Android release, which we need to test out the version, will be going to the first to the most of the active members of the community, like our moderators, like our content creators, esports players, etc. And but we're definitely gonna invite more players when we will be launching the PTS for the broader audience for both Android and iOS. So don't worry, you will get a chance to participate in it, like, certainly.
Okay, yes, another one we really wanted to highlight for you, another big plan we have. We're going to do a really deep dive into matchmaking. As we know, there are problems with the matchmaking, both when it's actually both on the power of the players being put against each other, and we know about the problems with solo or duo players facing full parties of enemies, and we know about these problems, and we're really prioritizing them, and we're going to come out with some solutions pretty soon. So we're going to be researching them, and we want your feedback on that. We actually gonna so how to say this? This one is hard to do through the PTS, so it's going to be difficult to test matchmaking differences in PTS because you need the live audience for it to see it. So we will be tweaking it, and we will be asking for your opinions as well. But do know we have it at high priority, and we're gonna work on it really hard. Sorry, just a little mumble there. Now,
Yeah.
the next one, and I'm gonna give the first segue of the whole stream. The next one is a really big, important one, and Anton will tell you all about it. But just before that, if you have some questions about matchmaking as well, don't worry. We will have a really big section with questions, so you can actually ask anything you didn't understand or you want more detail on. But the big thing a lot of people have been asking for, Anton, take it away.
It will be the old voiceover from the first Guns of Boom, you know, double kill, multi-kill, you know, and stuff like that. We want to return it to the game. And right now, the team is thinking on how to implement it best, because we want to keep the newer version of the voiceover as well, because lots of players like it too, right?
Well, let's just make this clear. We love it as well. Just like we really love the old voiceover as well.
Those, right? We love both of those. We want to have both of those in the game. So at the moment, the team is thinking about maybe making some kind of switch between the voiceovers or something like that. It's still in development, and you will definitely hear more about this in the future. But you should know that we want to get it back.
Yes,
that's about it.
Definitely. Now, the other one, the other one I want to talk about. It's a big one. It's actually the reworking of the perks that we have.
That's a huge one.
Can you kind of hype me up a little bit here?
Okay, so you know, guys, that we heard you about the perks, right? That right now they're kind of convoluted, they're kind of hard to grasp, and they definitely need improvement. So we are going to rework them to make them easier to understand. Stannis?
Yes, and so we want them to be a lot more streamlined. We want them to fit into certain play styles. Some of the perks, they are really hard to get into, and some of them are actually even OP. We can look at it and say that like we have balanced one of the most OP synergies between perks. On the sniper perks, that really the high ground and another shot for quickly firing rifles was extremely powerful, and we already nerfed it, but we just really want to take another like big look at the perks, and we're going to do a deep dive there as well, just like the matchmaking, and just rethink the whole system as a whole. Just so we want different builds to be available, we want for them to matter, and we want for them to be a lot more accessible so that people can actually use them and feel the difference in the gameplay, as right now they're very obscure.
Yeah, like you gotta shoot this guy in the leg, then you gotta reload, and then you gotta run 5 meters, and then maybe you will get to your health or something like that.
Well, it does seem like that sometimes. It's not that bad. It's not that bad, but like we want it to be a lot better. We want it to be a lot more simple to understand.
Yeah, the problem is that they're not clear and they're not easy to understand. So we're gonna rework that. And also, it's important to say that we know that you guys worked hard to get those. So don't worry, we will not leave you hanging. We will make sure that you will all be happy and compensated, just in case like we're gonna make some major changes.
Yeah, and another big important thing is like the look and feel of the game. We want like the user experience, just communicating with the game, to be perfect, and well, at least to be really, really good. Anton, please tell us a little more about what we're going to do about the UI.
Well, yeah, we got lots of reports that you guys wanted to be able to change the size of the UI user interface, like the buttons, the controllers in the battle, and stuff like that. So we're looking into that. We definitely want to add that option, so you would be comfortable playing the game, so you would be enjoying the process, obviously, because that's our main focus. Also, we gonna rework the notification system, because right now we all know the problems that we faced, like with the reappearing red exclamation signs that were kind of annoying. And we generally want to make the interfaces more clear, concise, user-friendly, and just more pretty, you know.
Yeah, definitely. And the other thing is like going with that, we want to really rework the arsenal as well, just for you to have a better place to see like all of your customization, all of your weapons, everything, because right now it is cluttered and it can be difficult. There are many problems or potential places where you can really make the game better. For example, we can actually make, like, it's hard to really scroll through all of your costumes. For example, there's many things there want to work on. Or for example, you cannot really scroll. You can't really scroll the battle career if when you choose one point, you can drop out of it and you get to the beginning of the scroll. Like, there are many different places where we want to really bring quality of life updates, and we'll be working on that as well. Now, the next one is maybe an interesting one. It's
yeah. Let me tell about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm doing the segue.
Okay. Sorry, I just went. Okay, so coming back to BTS, there will be one cool feature that you will be able to test there in the future. It's the joypad support. So we know that lots of people want to play the game using the joypads. So we're working on implementing that in the game. So you will be able to test it out in the future on the BTS.
Yeah, so you'll have game controllers to work with, at least on the PDS, and we'll see just how well it actually works with it. Like another big thing, like really big thing, is actually the technical problems and the stability and all those the sorts of things. We just want you to know it's a really big priority for it to be stable, for the game to play well, to perform well, and we'll go more into detail. We'll have answers for specific questions you guys have been asking us. We'll be moving on to the frequently asked questions. Now, the balance questions are there, the stability questions are there. So, with any lags and optimization, and with long-standing bugs and many other things, we'll talk about it a little bit later. And now we would like to actually, we're finished with the big plans we wanted to announce. I would really want to bite down and get into some of the more difficult, well, it's not more difficult, just more complex things, concrete things, and do start asking questions. I see you have already been asking them in there, and we'll tell you all about it. Okay, one first question I can see is somebody's asking for the roadmap, and the roadmap, as we said, we'll have the public roadmap ready by the end of June, start of July, where we'll have about several months worth of content going forward, and we will be updating that public roadmap going forward as well. So we'll be communicating with you on that. Right now, what we told you is basically the roadmap. We have announced some of the features we really want to work on and that we're going to be working on. So we don't have a roadmap with dates right now, but we will have it by the end of June.
Yeah, and those features are those are the most coming mostly coming sooner than later. But we have more features planned, right? Which we can't share yet, but we will in this roadmap. So those are just some of things that you might expect in the nearest future. Don't worry, we will share the info with you.
Yes, I can see different questions. There's a lot of them. I see a lot of questions about balance patches. I see some questions about Crossbow and other things like that. I think we can get into that. It's a bigger question. Let's start maybe with one of the more difficult ones. Let's start with the Crossbow. I'm gonna take this one. Don't worry. So with the Crossbow, we have two separate sides of the Daryl's Crossbow, as you guys been asking it to bring it back. One of the things about the Crossbow is its exclusivity, because it was during the Walking Dead event, and it was an exclusive offer, and it has Daryl's name on it, and it was something that you could only get during that event. That's one side of the coin. The other side of the coin is that it is said by the community to be very powerful and to be a little too powerful. Now, this is getting a bit tricky, as when you can't have something, you really start to want it a lot. And for us to really just see whether it's really as powerful as you guys say it is, or you feel like it's even better because you can't get it, and that's the other side of it. We have to see it in the stats, but we are looking into it. The thing is, the exclusive weapon will not be brought back. That's true. But if it is very powerful, more powerful than the other snipers, and we'll see it in the stats, it needs to be rebalanced. Now, on the other side of it, Stanis, if we can't have Daryl's Crossbow, will we never be able to get any Crossbow? That is also not true. We really liked working with crossbows, as a type of weapon. So we will be, maybe we will be bringing more crossbows. So just answer me in the comments. When it comes to the crossbow, there are three sides to it. Do you want something that was exclusive because it was in the event and you couldn't get it, and now you want it? Do you want it because it's very powerful and you think that it's OP, so if other guys have it, I want to have it? And third thing, do you want a crossbow because you really like crossbows? And those three things are separate. I can tell you we're not going to be bringing back exclusive, like this particular crossbow will not be brought back. Will it be balanced? It might be balanced if it is as powerful as you guys have been reporting it, but we've seen a lot of feedback on that. And do you like crossbows all over? Like, do you like crossbows? Do you want another crossbow? Like, do give us more feedback on that, and we'll get back with it. But we will be, with Daryl's crossbow, as all other weapons, we will be doing a deep dive into balance as well for weapons, for all kinds of weapons. And I will tell you a little bit about it more. Just drop some comments and we'll get back to it. But Anton, I think you want another question.
Yeah, can I just add
sure.
a little bit about the crossbow? Guys, if you started collecting it during the Walking Dead event, right? You can still finish it by using the U fragments from the battle career, actually. So it's still kind of available to you. But the other points Stannis said still stand, because yeah, it is an exclusive weapon, as well as like the Rick's revolver, the Sail Bat. That's it.
I see actually just a lot of opinions going in the chat. You guys can see it as well, with people saying that no more crossbows, no more bows, or I have crossbow, but I mostly use icebreaker, or I want another crossbow. We'll be reading that. Thankfully, YouTube saves the comments from the live chat, so we'll be able to read it later. Now, I think it would be only fair if you answered the next question. Do you see the one you like?
Okay. Man, there are so many questions. They're going so fast. Okay. Is there anything like... did I see something about the featured mode or...
About the featured mode? No, I see there's a lot of balance things guys are saying. Like, this is like we will go back to the balance. Okay, let's just we know that when we have a stream, you guys usually just go for the usually go for the balance, because like you have a lot of energy there. But we have your questions. We're not making this up. We have your questions that have been repeating a lot from different kind of videos, streams, and posts. So let us answer some of those as well. Like, how about you tell us the plans for the PvE that we have?
Okay, the PvE plans. Yeah, right. You guys sometimes ask us about if it's coming back. Right? Are we working it right now? So, in the nearest future, we are not planning to launch PvE right now. Yeah, because we took a break to to deal with all the other like major problems in the game that we've talked about to you, right? To deliver on our promises. So at the moment, we have it in mind, but we're not working on it. But what we're working on the AI that will, among other things, will be like some AI bots that will be able to add it to cooperative modes with PvE that we will in the future come back to after we deal with the major like concerns and major features that we announced earlier.
It was a funny moment here because I accidentally switched the camera back to myself and was just watching some of the just reading some of the comments with a really serious face. Sorry guys about that. Stannis, I'm not mad, I'm just like, well, it's just so fast, and I'm like, I can't read. I have light in my eyes. So it's not bad at all. Now, like other ones, we have like this. Okay, you guys have more for the balance patch. We can go for that. We have buff Odin, Reaper, nerf Undying, Gecko, all snipers except Scout, nerf all snipers, buff all assault rifles, and we have a lot of those questions as well. Now let me answer that in I'm gonna have to answer that in a kind of a big way. Like, first of all, with you guys saying that we have like a sniper meta and sniper rifles are more powerful, like we heard that feedback a lot, and we are like, with our deep dive, we're going to be looking at the stats really closely. Let me just say this. that it's the position from our game designers themselves, is that it's not okay for one class of weapons to be dominant, to be more powerful than all the other ones. That is not okay. Whether that is true for the sniper rifles right now, we can't say for sure at this moment, but we are researching exactly that. And it will take some time. It won't take too much time, and we will be able just to see like how the weapons are used and see the stats for which battles they are winning and all of that. The same goes for assault rifles. We hear you. You guys are saying that assault rifles are too weak as a class, as an overall, and we will look into those stats as well. We'll be looking into balance changes, and one of the good things also with PDS, we can really test out a balance as well. We can tweak it and see it on live audience to see how you players are playing with it and how it all works. So we will be really looking into it more than we did before, and we will do it in a more kind of like in a more global way. We will be taking another like big look at all of that. As far, and I need some air here. I just need to breathe a little.
Breathe.
Yeah. Sorry. As far as we go with Gecko, we go with Undying and different equipments that have active abilities and are said to be too powerful. Like we started working with that with the Undying, as we agreed, was a little too powerful with its active ability. Now, what we want from our game and what we want for you as far as gameplay goes, we want different play styles to be viable. We want different play styles for you to be actually accessible and to be like really to be strong. Like we have, for example, we have play styles of more straight up shooting your enemies and just running and just being all about the gunplay, which is more, which is actually. It's more alike to the old, just classic Guns of Boom of maybe 2017, 2018. We have some active abilities that are more of a play style that uses those abilities at the moment when it's right, and it has a cooldown, so you need to decide when you're going to use it. So overall, what we want for the game is for those playstyles to both be viable and not one of them to be dominant over the other one, with the one that requires the most skill being stronger. So if you have like active abilities that are really difficult to use, which are like require skill to use them, it should be a little stronger than if you're just using passive perks, for example, and upgrades, and you're simply running out and shooting at people. But they shouldn't have, even if it does require a lot of skill, it shouldn't be like an absolute domination of that particular. I will get to the specifics in a second here. Just give me a little time here. This works about like that. So the average player with the active play style, with the active button play style, the abilities and all of that should be on the same level as an average player who just wants to shoot the guns. But the more skill it requires, the better it actually should be. Now, with Gecko and with like the Eye and with Undying, we are looking at that as like, does it require a lot of skill? Should it be dominant so much? Like we can say that some of the equipment is more dominant than it should be, and it should be like we should level it out, and we're going to use perks for that as well, and we're going to be balancing the equipment as well. Let's get into the specifics. Like Gecko, we hear your feedback on that. It's an annoying experience, and that the way it works is kind of for some people really ruining like the fun, as you get blasted with a flashbang and you can't do anything actually to, like we can't do much to control it. And we hear you that it is annoying, and we will be reworking Gecko pants to work in some other way, so that where will we look how to work them. We want to make it more fun, like for everyone, and we want to make it more interesting. So we will rework that, and with other stuff as well. When you have it, we will be reworking it as well. Just we want your feedback for that, and we will be looking at the gameplay overall for it to be fun. and for it to be viable in many playstyles. I'm running out of air a little bit here, but with the deep dive into the balancing and the matchmaking and the perks and everything, we really want to rethink it, and your feedback, especially on the PTS, just really detailed feedback, will help us a lot to change it. Well, I think that's it.
I just kind of want to add that we do listen to your feedback, right? Because like in the latest balance patch, you asked for lots of things to be balanced, like the chopper, the exorcist, the undying, the elite consumables, right? And some sniper perk. And we heard you, and we balanced those. So, and we're not gonna stop like there, right? Because like Stan has said, we're conducting extensive research, deep diving into the meta and the balance. It just takes time to see the current condition of the meta, the balance, the stats of different guns, and the how it works. But we're definitely working on it, and we're listening to your feedback. So if you have some, please leave it in the comments or on our social media. We always read that, we always collect that, we always listen to you.
Okay, bringing it back. Like, we have a lot more questions to go through. I think this is going to be kind of a long stream. Okay, but it's okay. Like, we have a lot to go through. There are a lot of things. Okay, another one is an easy one to answer is the old knife animations, and the old knife animations. You guys have been asking for them. We are open to that as well. We would like to give you guys to test out and compare old knife animations and the new knife animations on the PTS. So just because we don't want to really roll out that big of a change just in the game, so we want to really collect more feedback on that and what exactly you liked about it. So do please take part in the PTS and look for it. It shouldn't take too long for the old knife animations to hit the PTS, and let's test it out there, and let's see how it fares. And maybe the thing is, there might be some nostalgia there, and we just really want to factor that out somewhat, because we want the best mechanic and we want the best animation. But we do believe you probably are onto something with it. We just want to have a more serious look at it, just a more balanced look at it. Okay, so Anton, do you have like a question you want to answer? Because I've been talking for a long time.
Oh yeah. Okay, take a break. I just wanted to address like the concerns you guys had during the launch of the featured mode in the update 24. So we heard you about the featured mode and about the new modes in the classic battles. Our goal was like more fun, obviously, and diversity. We wanted to show off different gameplay modes you could take part in. But there was like an issue that there was that we added several different modes to one map. For example, like you could play King of the Hill on it, Team Deathmatch, Zone Control, and it was confusing. And some maps, and there are a lot of TDM maps there, so they came up a bit more often. So we heard you, and in the next update, we're going to be addressing those issues. We first of all will be having a rule of one map, one mode. So basically, if those are like you're playing on the King of the Hill map, will like always be a King of the Hill map. We will so we will remove the TDM mode from the King of the Hill and Control Points maps. We got your feedback about that, and we saw that it was not enjoyable. We will also be returning the upgraded Mexico Church map that will be called Mexico Town Hall, I believe, right now. We just like the team improved the visuals a lot. It's like more beautiful than ever, and also we'll be tweaking the modes in the in the classic battles, the team elimination and the object control mods that were introduced in the latest updates. So for the team elimination, we are removing auto heal there that was before. So we hope that this will drive you to hide less and like be active more on the maps of this mode. And in object control, it's the one when you capture an object and like carry it around the map and get points for that. Uh, the object will now give points to the whole team, not just the player holding it, because there were some concerns that like the player who was hogging the object was getting all the points, and this is just not fair. And it will be played on 3 separate maps, event maps that were designed specific for it. You will see it in the future. And if you want to play in a certain mode that you like, we still have the featured mode, right? When you can play in the mode that you want for the current week. For example, like last week we had elimination mode, for that the TDM, and next we'll have some other mode, and so on. So if you guys will have some in the future changes like that, yeah, we will try to run them through the PTS, so you could give us your feedback beforehand, right? So make sure to tell us if you think that it should be tweaked somehow again, or if you like it more right now. It's important to us. I think that's about it. Stanis, do you want to take some other question?
Yeah, sure. I think like I've been watching the chat, and there is a lot of stuff. They are talking about team elimination. People are spamming. It's a little bit it's a little bit difficult. I don't really like the thing with like no matter who takes the object, everybody gets points. I like that sort of democratic way for it, as I'm always scared to get the object. But also I really want to cover the pathways going there, which is also good.
Yeah.
Like there was other. Let me just throw out like a smaller one here. There was some of you guys asking us to let you know what map you're going to and give you more information on the map and the mode. And with different maps and modes, it does sound like something we really need actually in the game. And we are thinking like in that direction. We want to have you guys more. We want you guys to have more information. Exactly which map and what mode you're going to be playing. It's a user interface, like sort of a thing as well. So we'll need to change a little bit of the logic, how the match, like when the match is found, what you're shown, and there are different solutions to it, like during warm up or before warm up or even before or when you just press the button. Like if you have opinions on that, do drop them in the chat as well. Like how you would like to know about the new maps, like the map and the information about it, and just tell us about it. Now let's read the chat for a bit.
That's what?
Let's read the chat for a bit. Like, so people are saying voice chat anytime. Well, we don't have voice chat in our immediate plans, but we have it prioritized as like a research project as well, just so that we can maybe integrate some of the solutions that are already there, like on the market, or maybe have our own. But we are still in research on that one. And whether it will it affect the game in a good or in a bad way, and how exactly it will work, like, and maybe we have some other solutions that will work for that. But we're still thinking. We're still thinking with that one, but thank you for that feedback as well.
Yeah. I also saw something about machine guns, you know. So, okay, guys, you're saying that, like, make machine guns more playable, buff them. We are working on that. The first like our try to enhance the experience with machine guns was when we added the support specialization, right, with all the perks that like make them more viable to use. But yeah, they are still lacking. We hope that while we'll be reworking the perks for the specializations, we will also help the machine guns become more viable spec through that. We're still figuring out ways to make them better, let's just say.
Yeah, just
So
let me just correct you a little bit here. Like it's not from reworking the perks. We'll actually reworking the perks will not be the way we go for machine guns. I get it. I get where you got mixed up there. It's okay. It's just we are thinking on ways to get machine guns stronger. They are actually very powerful once you get the aim down. And there are actually our stats show that there are machine gun users that are really good with them, but it is an unpopular choice and it is understandable, and we would want to make machine guns more accessible and for their the way they are powerful to be more evident, and so we will be thinking about how to rework it, but we will be using PDS to work on that as well. And as far as the perks, it's just maybe old information we got stuck here somewhere.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. But we will definitely be testing out the new solutions when we come up with those on PTS and listen to your feedback. Also, if you've got if you want to contribute your ideas, we're all ears. We are always listening to you. In a non-creepy way. I'm sorry,
okay,
that came out wrong.
Don't go there. Actually, the other thing I see people asking in the chat about the event, about the birthday event. There will be a birthday event next week. We'll have a big 2-week birthday event, and we'll give you a little more specifics on it at the end of the stream. So do watch it till the end. But even if you don't worry. We'll actually, of course, alert you to the event and what kind of event it's going to be in our social media. So stay tuned. Or you can just, roll in next week and just look at it in the game and just see for yourself the surprise. I can tell you there will be a gift marathon, that's for sure. But you already know that from our social media, probably.
Yeah, we spoiled it yesterday, I believe.
Well, maybe not. But not everybody reads it. Who knows? Who knows?
Why not?
Why not?
You should.
Yes, okay. What other good questions we have? Please reset KD and win-loss after every season. Well, I'm not sure, but I haven't seen this one before, actually. Well, let's take it and think about it with the
let's
game designers.
pass it to the team and discuss what they think about that.
Yeah.
And we'll come back to you in the future.
Yeah, okay, what else haven't we covered? What else you guys are asking us? Okay, another one is buff Odin and Reaper. This is actually the same point I already covered as Odin and Reaper. We want to look the way they played before, and we can say that maybe we are going into the stats right now, and it will take some time, but just intuitively we can say that maybe Odin is due for a buff, and maybe we would like to make it more like it was before, in the beginning when Odin was just released. But we will have to actually look, we cannot make those decisions, and our game designers cannot make those decisions just based on feedback. We need to have some statistics behind it, and preferably we'll test that on PDS. So I'm sure we'll test Odin and its balance on PDS as well with different other guns. Same goes for Reaper. If we can give them a new sort of life, and if we can give them a new, make them shine again in a way that won't actually offset the meta, we will definitely do that. And intuitively, maybe we will be able to do that. But it just wait a bit while we get really deep into the stats and just have analytics. Until we have until our team has the analytics of all the guns just really well worked through, the recent ones, we're not making big decisions. But if we can, we will. That's basically it.
Yeah. You just take into account that we have a big game with tons of guns with a huge meta, so it should be taken into consideration. You can't just change one gun without it affecting the whole team.
Yeah,
right?
but it definitely is at the top of our list to look look at Odin.
Yeah,
you guys are telling us about it. We put it at the top of our list.
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear.
Now we need. You have another one, yeah?
Well, yeah. I just saw remembered one that some of you guys are asking to be able to use to change guns, all of the guns using double tap, right? Not just the between your two chosen guns. Uh, so I wanted to address that. We actually tried that on our playtests, right? And it didn't work as well as we hoped it would, and it just doesn't feel as good and comfortable. But we also hearing your concerns. We might try the system on the BTS to see if will work for you, for example, right? Maybe you take some feedback from you to consider it and implement it. If you have like such a request, so tell us if you comfortable with things how they are, or if you want this maybe added, and we'll consider it definitely.
Okay, let's go into the next one. But which one?
You pick.
I pick now. Yeah, just a sec. So like another one was a big one is offering to make some sort of classic Guns of Boom mode where you can play with only the old weapons and no equipment. No equipment from a certain year on, like no fragmented weapons that you need to collect, all of that good stuff. And we are going to have, like, we are thinking about that. We're thinking about doing like a mode like that or something along those lines. And this is like where I will spoil the birthday event. You will have something along those lines where you play with old guns. It's more of a fun one though, because they are buffed. There will be no equipment with special abilities in that event mode. You will play only with old guns that are buffed, even like guns like Legend, buffed to be able to compete with the top level weapons. And you will have sort of an experience along the lines of the old Guns of Boom, but we're not ending it there. Like we are thinking about it. We got that suggestion actually as we were already working and basically almost finished the birthday event and the game mode that we have there. So do give us your feedback on that. It seems like our thoughts kind of aligned there with you guys, and we can maybe do something with it later, depending on your feedback and depending on what sort of like ideas we can have. We definitely can can get something like that going on the PDS and the public testing server. But yeah, let's start with the birthday event. Give us your feedback, and we'll see where it goes.
Yep.
Okay. Do we have anything in the comments? Okay, we have Trejo. From time to time, we have Trejo. Like, of course, of course.
Always Trejo.
Yeah. Well, in a way, we'd love to, but you know, it is a more difficult question than just like bring an old gun back. As Trejo is someone we would need to make like a new contract with and just work with and have a collab and like have the talks and all of that. And well, definitely we would love to see the Trejo event too as well, but it just might be out of our control entirely. But if there ever is an opportunity, well, we'll definitely. I think we won't be against it. But
definitely would love to work with them again.
Well, we would love to work with Trejo again, as far as that aligns like with his plans or even like our plans. It's really hard to tell. Like it's what we do hear you. We can say we loved the Trejo event as well. Both times it came around, and we still love the guns. Like all guns, all of the guns from the Trejo event were like instant classics. Like, and that's a rare thing, and we really loved working on it as well. Yeah. Just okay, you need to talk for a bit. It seems like you need to talk for a bit.
It's okay. Yeah. Oh, I love Barracuda. favorite sniper rifle. The event. But okay, so guys, also just wanted to talk about. We often see reports about like fix the bugs and like comments about that. We are fixing them, right? And just some of those are not that easy to fix because there are some bugs that are don't appear on every user's phone, like on every version of the game, or like it's really hard to reproduce them. But we always like when you tell us about the major bugs, we always focus on those. We always fix those. And actually, if you can like think about the past releases, there were no not well basically not that much like major bugs in the latest releases, if any, right? Just some minor stuff. And but yes, we remember our update 22.2. Let's let's be honest here. And we realized our mistakes. We have improved our processes, and our testing team, our QA team, is always on top of the game to catch most of the problems before the release. And if some of those won't be caught on the PTS or for some reason before the release, you can greatly help us by bringing the info about the bugs to support or to our community managers with all the as much info as you can, like how you encountered the bug. The most important one is how you reproduced the bug, right? So how you made it appear again. And other stuff. We will have like a guide about that. I think we actually have like one on the Help Shift right now, but we will have an additional one for the PTS where we will tell you more about how you can help in case you want to help, and we will let you know. But stable bug-free releases are our like priority right now at the moment, and we definitely don't want those to spoil your fun of the game. So we are working on those.
Okay, yeah, and like, of course, public testing server will definitely help with bugs as well. Now, another one I see in the chat, I think it's Simon Riley has been posting it. It's the buff the green grenades. It's a good and old one. Like, well, we don't have any specific plans. We have a couple of ideas on that, but we definitely think that's like we definitely want to, well, not just buff them, but solve like the problem of like weaker consumables piling up like in your arsenal in a more like coherent way, and overall just so we definitely think this is a priority, and we have it in our plans to find a solution for that. So you can expect it, well, how to say it, you can expect it relatively soon, because we're thinking about it right now, and our team, our game designer team, is thinking about it right now.
That is correct.
Thank you. It's like I feel like I'm on a game show where like 500 points.
Ding ding ding.
Yes, like that was the right answer. Yeah, okay. Let's see more. Let's see more questions. Exotic skins in the outlet. Okay, I guess I cannot speak on behalf of the game designers here because I haven't heard their opinion on this one yet. I can speculate that maybe exotic skins are just like they are very precious, and that's why they are usually in the battle career or in the offers. But we can definitely look into it, and just we will discuss it with the team. So yeah, thanks for bringing our attention to that.
Yeah. Okay.
So people speaking a lot about the about the monetary tournaments and paid tournaments and the esports. Like we have some like we have the Weekend Rumble right now, and we have the challenger mode kind of tools to work with as far as tournaments go. Unfortunately, as far as offline tournaments go, I would say that the pandemic and the pandemic situation around the world still does not allow to plan any like offline events that would gather people from different countries. So it's really hard to say when it will be even a possibility to work with, but definitely it's not right now. As far as you guys having, if you have more kind of like interests in the paid tournaments and the challenger mode, please do like participate in the weekend rumbles and do leave us feedback. So we will be able to maybe increase the like amount of tournaments or maybe some of the prizes, but it really depends on how many people are interested in the challenger mode and the online esports at the moment.
Yeah, and another point that yes, the weekend rumbles are not monetary tournaments at the moment, but they are on the challenger mode. They are still our other tournament organizers besides our team, right? That you can find, and they actually can organize monetary tournaments if they want to, because challenger mode is a platform for tournaments, right? It's not exclusively regulated by us. So if someone in the community will want to have a tournament with prizes, we will not have anything against it.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing is that we might have some other organizers coming in. There are some talks about it, but like whether or not they go through, we'll tell you later. And but do like do expect more tournaments to come in, and please do express your interest in them as well, like on our social media platforms. Okay, that's for the esports. We cannot see the true loadout of other players. The rating of their guns is not accurate. You're saying like the level of upgrades is not accurate. Please do elaborate on that a little bit.
Yeah, tell us more.
Next event. Well, we can tell you that there will be an event after the birthday event. Even it's going to be pretty soon after. We're not going to spoil anything about it, actually. Just the fact that it will be there. And I think it will be pretty cool. And it's in the works. And please do expect it. But the next one is just next week. And it's going to be 2 weeks, a birthday event. And it's fun because there will be... the prizes will be a little bit different. You will also have customization as prizes, and also some of it that is difficult to get. So if you really want some cosmetics and some costumes, that's going to be good for you as well. Now, I think we covered most of the questions. I think we covered most of the questions, and there are just like questions like somebody asking for 20 battle coins per match. Well, those are balanced things, and we have made it a lot easier to get gear and guns with battle coins, as there are more fragments in the battle fairs. They are actually the spins are cheaper, so they're easier to get that way as well, and you can get the battle coins from one season to another. You can just stack up on them for a long time. So I don't think that's like a really big. It's a lot easier to get those battle coin based like weapons that are in the battle fair. So I don't think we'll be really increasing battle coins in battles. And I'm not sure why you chose number 20. Like, this is just me like speculating, but I just want to say that we have made it a lot easier. So I'm not sure. But we will pass it on. It's not a problem. But I think like the team is thinking really hard before making balance changes when it comes to like battle coin economy, and we have just done a really big overhaul. I think maybe it would be a good idea to let it sit for a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Will there be a new gun in the fair in the birthday event? We can say that no new gun in the birthday event, but not gonna say that for the event that comes next. Just let's leave it at that. Okay, what else? So about the bugs, we already answered. If you can, please rewatch it a bit, because we have a lot of questions. Just really don't want to repeat ourselves. Solo, duo, and squad mode, please. We have addressed that as well. We have addressed this as well. Just a second. So where is Black Friday? I'm not sure on that one. I don't think
Black Friday comes around Black Friday.
Yeah,
which is in November, I believe.
So it would
you
be
can definitely expect it.
where
during
is
that
it? Yeah, it's I guess it's in November. Yeah. Whew. I'm getting a bit tired. We've been going for 70 minutes. It's pretty nice, and we've been
Really?
non-stop. Yeah. And
No.
I think, do we have anything not covered that, like, from the question we have prepared? Okay, one of the things is bring back the old rating, bring back the cups. That's one was, we heard it a bit. We don't see it here right now. So about the rating and about the cups, we do understand why you liked it. Like, in a way, it's really the old cup system really gave you motivation every day to try harder, and it was really, really competitive. One of the problems that I'm sure you guys understand with that cup system was with that rating system was that it really gave no chance to people joining in later, because you just literally couldn't catch up ever. But it did have that sort of a really cool thing about it, where it gave you a reason to play every day, and it was very competitive. And we would like to think about ways to bring that back. We're thinking about ways to make it that way, and we're thinking about ways to just we have our league system as our new matchmaking system, and it has its faults, but it is definitely better than the level matchmaking system that we had before. As you guys might not remember it by now, but it was worse. It was just really, you could have any kind of power level there. When you met somebody at level, you're just level 34, and there are people who are level 34 that are just way above you, as they might be a new account or not. So there are faults in the league matchmaking system, and we will be working on it, and we'll be working on matchmaking overall. But the league system, just in its function, is very important, and so we will, it has to stay. We will work on it, but we want to bring the old rating system, like the feelings and the functions in some capacity, in some sort of way. We're thinking about it. So thank you. The idea is, thank you for telling us about it, and thank you for reminding us about the old rating system and just how much you loved it, how much you want it back, because we think we can actually get something new and even better from it, and to really just get the problems of it, leave the problems of it behind, and maybe get the most fun parts of it and bring them into the new Guns of Boom Classic.
Yeah. Okay. I'll tip in a bit later with some info on the tournaments as well.
Okay.
Got some more info.
You got some more info? Okay, that's great.
So if you can take a different question.
Okay, I can take a different question. Let's talk about optimization, actually, because the other thing is, we understand you guys are not game developers, and for you, connectivity problems or optimization problems, or any other sort of technical problems, they can actually blend together, and they're hard to understand. But if we're talking about optimization per se, we should really say that one of the things is that, first of all, with problems with optimization are really often, most cases, encountered on Android, and unfortunately that's because the platform has a lot of different devices and has just a lot of different configurations and different it's just really many ways your phone can be set up if it's an Android hardware or software speaking is just like it could be really different, and like the way your like RAM is actually loaded could be quite different. So like the freezes and the lags that are on the like the technical side, and they are, let me repeat myself here, they are really often confused with connection problems, but the freezes and the lags that come from optimization, they are often not on our side. But no matter what, there are problems that are on our side when it comes to optimizations and lags. So our team is really making their priority to work on optimization like a lot, and just really work it, well, not from ground zero, but just like from not from the ground up, but we're really going deep with optimizing the game, with just really, well, how do I say it? Just we're trying to eliminate as many technical problems from our side as possible, and we will be testing it using the PDS as well. But don't forget that the 3D like first-person shooter really still requires quite a bit of resources from your device, and really like old devices with 1 gigabyte of RAM. That is just all taken up by the system itself. It's just like it will not be able to run Guns of Boom in any good way. So there is a threshold where you cannot go lower than that. Then there is nothing we can do about that. But whatever problems we have on our side, like we're putting in a lot of elbow grease there just to work it through. Like our technical team is really working hard on it. So Anton, how's it on the tournament side of things?
Okay, yeah. So guys, just wanted to elaborate on it a bit more, because I feel that we might have not told you like all the details about the tournaments. So basically, the monetary tournaments like are in our plans, right? It is a new like how you say step in developing the tournament, our existing tournaments, right? And it's closely like connected to making the amateur league and the professional league, right? So that the new players could play on their level and then transfer to a more like to the next level of skills and compete in the monetary tournaments. We, for now, have delayed the launch of those monetary tournaments because of the changes that happened in the gameplay, in the game meta, with the last huge update, for guns, the balance changes, and other things. And with those changes, we also wanted to we're also going to include some weapons in the pro play in tournament modes, which last time I believe happened around 1.5 years ago. Like insane, right? And there was a lot of new weapons and equipment added to that. Of course, before like making those changes, we're going to publish the list of the weapons and equipment on our website and in our Discord. But and after we include those weapons, we will also be closely following if they're balanced, if it's they're playing well, if the meta okay in the tournaments with our analytics tools. We've got those to determine if there will be other changes needed in that. And just before anyone asks, we're not including the Eye or Mirage in the tournament arsenal, don't worry. And as usual, all the new weapons that we will include in the tournament arsenal will be added to the will be available to all the pro players. So to like sum it up, what is our plan to start monetary tournaments? First, we will unlock the new weapons and equipment. We will let you play with those on our weekend rumble tournaments and collect stats and analyze those, analyze the balance. After that, we will tweak the balance if needed. After that, we're gonna create amateur and professional leagues. And after we have those leagues set up, there will be monetary tournaments from our side. We will definitely announce that beforehand. You can follow all the updates, all the info on our Discord. There is like a special channel, several special channels for esports players and for challenger mode. Uh, so, and just so you know that we've been working at, we actually already have a system in place that will help us set up the pro league. With ratings, like with results analytics and special rule set that will regulate the number of the teams participating in different tournaments in different regions, and it is already set up. We just need to do the steps before that to reach that point. So we will definitely announce those on our social media. So follow us, and we will make sure that you will have all the info. That's it.
Well, you went really deep there.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
Yeah, I'm sorry if it was a bit like long. I just wanted to like tell about the plans in a manner.
Well, just like you elaborated on it.
I just really wanted to elaborate it because I know
warned
that
us.
it's an important question for our pro players, and they, as we can see from the chat, right?
Okay, yeah, and there's another one. Like, please let us make a weekend duo let us make a duo team in Weekend Rumble. I think if I understand correctly, we just already have a duo tournament waiting for us. Am I correct?
We will. Well, you actually kind of spoiled it. I think.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Is it a horrible type of spoiler, or am I off the hook and we were about to spoil it anyway?
Well, guys, you will get more info about that. So this week, we actually have like the draft of the article in read, and we will announce it. So follow us closely for more info.
I'm a horrible person.
No, you're not.
Just a horrible person, man. Went and spoiled it.
You just wanted to share cool info.
Yeah, that's well, it's just people just been asking exactly that, and it's pretty cool. I think. Like, okay, I think we should be like somebody asked us about like Sharp Juggler. I think asked when will this all come around. I'd say the next several months. Like for all of those, like as we said. Like, and we will have by the end of June or start of July, we'll have a public roadmap. Like the difference between us telling you right now and the public roadmap is exactly like the timings of what we're going to have and when. So right now, can't tell you exactly when. Like we've been aggregating feedback from you guys, like with the community team, passing out to the development team, and we have been discussing it a lot, just like at length, as I said. And now, like we have these problems, like we're prioritizing them, and we're going to be coming out with different features and different solutions, one after another. And we're really happy that you guys responded with so much feedback, and we're really happy that you guys have so much to say about Guns of Boom, whether you're an old player and just returning and not really recognizing the game, whether you're a player who has recently joined us and just really in love or like in a relationship with the game as it is right now or as it was just a couple weeks ago, or like whether you've stuck with us through thick and thin and being here like for 4 or 3 years like me or Anton. We're really grateful to all of you guys sharing your feedback. We're really happy to read your comments and see how much emotion you have in them, and just that you worry about the game as much as we do. Yes, we really just want to like make it a lot better, and we want you to have fun with it, and we want to give you like the game that you deserve and that is worth your time and attention. And that is worth our time and attention as well, just to like making a game that you guys like and love. That's the whole reason to be in like game development or be in the gaming industry and all of that. So a lot of love to you, and thank you so much. you've really just. We're hoping this is just the beginning, like of a really big new path that we're taking, and we're approaching it differently and hopefully in a way better way. So yeah, that's like that's an impromptu speech. I'm sorry, Anton. You probably.
It was amazing. I actually don't know what to add to it because you said everything yourself.
I'm sorry, I didn't leave
I
anything
can
for
only
you.
say that I'm really glad that I got a chance to talk to you guys today. That I hope that I was able, together with Stannis, answer some of your questions the way that concise and informative. And thank you for being here. Thank you for being with us, for supporting the game, for playing it. It means the world to us, and I hope that I will see you again. That you will be having more and more fun with Guns of Boom, with all the exciting new changes coming soon, and not so soon.
And that's so
and
sad.
and yeah, I'm just really happy to be here. Thank you for having me, Stannis.
Well, yeah, it's. I'd say it's our platform. I have been hogging it for a long time. It's true, but it's also true. But not for long in a way that we will bring more people to talk to you, and we would love to bring somebody from the game designers or somebody from the artists or somebody from the programmers to have like a conversation, and that's definitely something we want to do. We haven't done before. That's like a transparent communication. It's a very straightforward way. And yeah, I think that's about sums it up. And don't forget, like we're gonna have the event next week, but let's all have fun on the birthday party, and then have fun in different events. Let's take part in public testing. Let's work together. Let's make this game better and better and a lot better. And well, I'd say that I'm really happy with the stream as well. I'm really happy with what I'm reading. And 215 people are still with us. And thank you guys for being with us for like almost an hour and a half, basically, of just non-stop information just going into your brain. That's just, we've been preparing for this stream, and we're happy that it went well. So, Anton, if you don't have anything else to say, I think I'll have to end it with a, like, how to say it? The classic line, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Go for it.
See ya on the battlefield. Stannis out.